We're finally at the last tail stage of the hero story run, and what a wonderful stage it is! Except that we avoid playing 95% of it by using major skips here, which I'll explain soon, but for now, just watch. There's 3 ways to go about the stage. The skipless route, where you want to aim for a time around 250, the EE skip, which saves around 45 seconds, or the new skip called BOFA, which saves another 40 seconds on top of that. Honestly, the beginning is just as straightforward as it looks, with only 3 quick things to mention. While dropping, hold the lock-on to target one or both of the enemies to unlock this first gate faster. The camera here turns with you, so you actually need to turn less sharp than you'd believe, and you can just hit the spring by jumping on the side, as the hitbox is just large enough to reach. Once you jump off the second pulley, this is where we begin BOFA, the fastest skip in EE, and I'm not joking, that's the actual name. It's pretty challenging to wrap your head around at first, but I have seen beginners learn and use this strat, so I highly recommend trying to learn this first. If it's not working for you, then I suggest continuing the video to see how to do the old EE skip. BOFA is a skip that I'm going to divide into 3 parts: the clip out, navigating the out of bounds, and hitting the goal. The clip out is harder than the other 2 sections combined. You'll see how super straightforward navigating the out of bounds is soon. To clip out, the general idea is to get tails to max speed, tap the jump button, and shoot to break both of the cardboard boxes as you're reaching them, giving you an opportunity to get tails under the falling box that will push you out of bounds. You might be wondering then, if we're destroying both boxes and we need tails to get pushed out of bounds by the top box, why are we jumping in the first place? Well, an interesting quirk of Sonic Adventure 2 is that the collision for the falling box and where it will end up are both there at the same time. So when trying to clip, think of it as trying to jump between the sandwich of boxes. There's quite a few things to be aware of, and I believe it's worth watching JW's videos on the topic because they go in depth and have a great explanation for the skip. So if you want to see those, the links will be in the description. I'll summarize the setup here. When running, once you reach the middle inset door, change your angle to aim tails slightly to the left of the boxes. When you reach this horizontal line on the ground, tap jump and B to destroy both boxes. It's imperative to make the jump as short as you can. There's a lot of technical stuff I don't feel is worth going into, as it would just be confusing, but just know that different angles and timings mean that you get different amount of frames that you should hold the jump button for. And for the one you're learning, 4 to 5 frames should work, and that's really fast. There it is. There it is again. And again, and again, and again. See how fast that is? Just tap it really fast. You'll be fine. Once you notice that you've clipped out, immediately hover and hold directly forward. The most important tip I can give you is that if you're doing this in a run and you fail, grab the checkpoint in the next room, die, and try again. It's going to be significantly more consistent to get. Are you ready for the super difficult route I'm about to tell you? Hold up until the camera starts to go under tails. Just before it reaches the center, neutral stick, and assuming you did it correctly, you'll see the camera flipped. Now, hold down. Keep holding down until you see this bit of building 30 seconds after the clip, and start holding down right. Once you hear the goal ring or see this giant matrix tube, you know you're in the right location. And that's it. Though, there are a few tips I can give. Sometimes you're going to mess up the camera turn and notice tails is facing the wrong way. How do you know what the right way is and how do you correct yourself? Well, you can actually use the stage as an indicator. This section is the exact direction you want to be going, so you want to have tails facing the same way. Pay extra attention to the structures 30 seconds into flying. I use these to see if I'm too far right or left. If you see the building pop into existence and quickly disappear, it means you're too far left and need to hold down right. On the other hand, if you see that it sticks around for a long time, it means you're either dead center with the goal ring or slightly too far right, so to be safe, I would hold down to down left. Honestly, dropping into the goal ring looks simple, but with all the visual obstructions, this can prove quite a difficult challenge. Most of the time, you're going to end up here with a lot of height, so you'll need to fall blindly. Thankfully, there's no need to be scared because there's an invisible collision just above the goal ring. So, fall next to the tube until you thud onto it, and gently hover off the platform, and turn quickly back around to hit the ring. The TLDR is you're looking to hit the back wall where the goal ring is located because its hitbox extends through the wall. The more you overthink and panic, the more likely you are to mess up. So just completely trust your instinct. Oh, and if you miss, you die and lose over a minute. Good luck! If, for whatever reason, now you're feeling too scared to attempt BOFA, there is the old EE skip route that you're able to do. Because of how linear the pathing is for this section, there's not much to say other than move fast, because you're trying to reach a cycle that lasts 7 seconds. The only optimization I have other than good movement is shoot like a madman to hopefully hit the chow box here to slow down enough to enter the room, but keep as much momentum as possible. And this weight only triggers if you step on the shadow. Oh, one cool little thing, if you're struggling with this enemy, just hop and shoot or run up and punch him if you want to be quick. Clipping out for EE skip is pretty simple. Jump and hover. Take note if the door activates though, because it'll be the reason we clip out. Holding until tails hits the wall, release and hold up with the slightest amount of right on the analog, and if done correctly, you should clip out once the door fully opens. Make sure you hold forward for a bit because there's a kill plane directly under you. Now, for the out of bounds, honestly, it's even simpler than the out of bounds for BOFA. Hold down right until you see the tube, and hit the back wall with the goal ring, this time with a much easier camera angle. Because of this angle, I can actually point out that you want to aim between these two faces of the tube. And then there's the skipless route, which I strongly recommend against. Please learn one of the skips, they make your life so much better, I promise you. But while you're learning, the only thing you should know about the skipless part of the stage is to not shoot the dynamite pack so you can get the upgrade faster. Finally, to avoid all the lasers, I just jump on the left corner. I know there's no corners to a circle, but you get what I mean. Just make sure you don't full send the drop, please. Also, lock onto multiple targets to efficiently open the ring room. And there you have it. This stage doesn't really have many checkpoints for each of the sections. BOFA, just try and get it under a minute 20. Old EE skip, you want to try to get 103 or 107 on the checkpoint so you hit first cycle and finish in hopefully under 2 minutes. And skipless for the time you want to get is 2:47. Which would be a great time. Anyway, thanks for watching and best of luck on your speedruns.